I'm awesome. Welcome to the Comment Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. You know why Ketchup failed in school? He couldn't pass the mustard. So, kicking off this week's Comment Corner with last week's Comment Corner, Ninja Dad Jokes. My brother Josh, the film bestie, kicked it off with, I said, please, do you have no respect for me? No love at all? Was our childhood nothing to you? Those days you'd hold me as I wept and sang You Are So Beautiful to Me by Joe Cocker. When you'd hold my hand as I nervously waited to see if I would be picked to be the next Miss Nevada. Or that night we fought those ninjas with only our wits. Does that mean nothing to you? Considering none of that ever happened, no, it doesn't. I never sang You Are So Beautiful to Me by Joe Cocker. I sang I Hate Everything About You by Ugly Kid Joe. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, you should change your name to Mark. Then when you post videos, I can go, oh, hi, Mark. No, but you could do that occasionally on a wrestling video. Because I admit, I'm Mark. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, you're not all Marks, you are Marxist. Yeah, this time I got nothing. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, ninja zombies? One chambara on Tubi. I mean, not all the zombies are ninjas, but there are some so hot ninjas fighting the zombies. Great movie too, based on a Japanese video game. I may have to check this out. But I'm just saying, we could make a whole thing of this. We could do ninja zombies, ninja vampires, ninja werewolves, ninja creatures from the Black Lagoon. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, what do doctors call a wound caused by a throwing star? A ninjury. Did you hear about the ninja that opened a bakery? Their gingerbread men are always disappearing.
I rather enjoyed that.
What do you call a ninja that's always late? A slow-go ninja. Woohoo! Why did the ninja bring a ladder to a bar fight? He heard the drinks were on the house. Then Jamie Cool commented, a Gummer Bears mug? That's awesome! Did your wife make that? No, my son did. He made that for me for Christmas. Because in this house we are Gummer Bears. Then Jamie Cool commented, how many ninjas does it take to change a light bulb? Where did that light bulb come from? Then Jamie Cool commented, that's one reason I actually like your wrestling videos. It's nice to watch reviews from someone who actually likes wrestling. Well, thank you. That's what I go for. Because personally, I don't watch a lot of wrestling reviews because it's like everybody does nothing but crap all over wrestling and say how they would do it. And then you listen to how they would do it and you're like, I'm glad you don't write wrestling. You know what made the ketchup chef swear? He stubbed his tomato. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, what's wrong with ketchup? Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I hate the fact that you go to places to get burgers, hot dogs, or even corn dogs, and they say, no ketchup on our stuff. That's just stupid. Like, really? Well, to be fair, most places I go don't do that. The only places I've ever gone that have actually done that was the hot dog stand. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, so your wife likes to put fried chicken on ketchup, and you don't have a problem with it? Because a lot of people sometimes put fried chicken on ketchup whenever they eat inside of a restaurant? No, that's not what I said. I said she likes to put ketchup on fried chicken. I don't agree with it. I shake my head at it. I don't care because that's her food. I said, hypothetically, if I had a chicken restaurant and somebody did that, I would just do the same thing I do when my wife does that, which is shake my head like that's ridiculous. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I can't believe the guy tried to sneak some ketchup packets in his pocket so he could try this burger in Connecticut, but I guess it didn't work out for him. Well, I mean, he got to go back, but I wouldn't have. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, ketchup is the devil! You like ketchup. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, what's wrong with ketchup? Big Burger Barn and their lawyers have taken more money from me than they ever will from you. My Red Sparrow dinner reservation. 200 people butchered in the snow with their stomachs empty. My mother's people. You see, Murphy McBurger was under verbal contract to supply us with beefy sliders. But 2 winters ago, he sent only rotten meat. No curly fries, no apple pies, just rancid beef covered in ketchup. A few of my men and I set out to a franchise store in the middle of the night to try to get food. Oh yeah, they welcomed us in. And then they fired on us. I got away, only me. But when I got back to the Red Sparrow, I found out the army had already heard about our big fat guy uprising, and they paid us back. My mother was quartered by plastic spoons from her tramp stamp to her neck. My sisters were just babies, and they had their head cut with safety scissors so the army could take pictures. Everyone at that dinner reservation was butchered, and it means nothing to me! Okay, you like watching cowboy movies with mustard. Then Jay McCool commented, thanks. In one video, you got me craving burgers, hot dogs, corn dogs, and steak. Ketchup will go on 3 out of 4 of those. Hopefully the one it doesn't go on is steak. Then Jay McCool commented, I put ranch on almost everything. My son does that. French fries, pizza, of course salad. But he even dips corn dogs in ranch. I like ranch, but I'm not that obsessed with it. My wife asked me to put ketchup on the shopping list. Now I can't read anything. Then on my Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed the documentary on Peacock, Bruno, paying tribute to the legendary Bruno Sammartino. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I like this documentary about Bruno Sammartino, one of the legendary icons in wrestling history. Rest in peace to Bruno Sammartino. Yeah, rest in peace. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, it's kind of crazy. Bruno Sammartino didn't want to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Then Triple H reached out to him and said, hey, you should look at our product. It's gotten better. And Bruno did, and now he's in the Hall of Fame, and he was being inducted by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I didn't know he'd been a fan of Bruno Sammartino since Arnold liked wrestling. I don't see why that would surprise you. If you watched wrestling, Arnold Schwarzenegger does stuff with WWE all the time. He's talked about being a wrestling fan for a long time. Then Jay McCool commented, I respect Bruno Sammartino for what he did for wrestling, but personally, I watched some of his matches on YouTube, and they were really boring. If you're going to go back and watch wrestling matches from like that long ago, they're going to seem boring to you. At the time, they were exciting, but you got to understand, wrestling constantly elevates and ups itself. They're always up in their game, so much so that sometimes they up it to the point that makes me go like, okay, back off. Because nowadays, I think sometimes they go a little too far. Back then, they gave the illusion that it was a real sport, and that entertained people. But it's even like, if you go back and watch some of the old matches that you loved way back in like the 80s or something, they're going to seem kind of boring in comparison nowadays. Most of the time, you just love them for nostalgic reasons. However, when you find one that you still love, despite the fact that it's from a long time ago, it's still exciting. Stuff like Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat, or, in my personal opinion, one that never gets old to me, the 60-minute Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, you realize you got a match that's going to live on forever. You know how Ketchup calls his wife? May! Yo! Then, on the Davy's Awesome Food, where I finally got to review 7-Up Shirley Temple. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I tried the 7-Up Shirley Temple soda, and you're right, Davey, this is really good, especially when you can taste the mixture of pomegranate and cherry flavors. Especially then? Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I found a pack of 7-Up Shirley Temple at the store, bought them, and now I get this drink because this stuff is really delicious. That's a good reason to get a drink. Yeah. It's better than getting a soda because you think it's going to read you stories. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, Hey Davey, what other 7-Up sodas do you like besides Shirley Temple drinks? 7-Up and Cherry 7-Up? I said it in the video. They don't generally venture out of there. Then new commenter, No commented, looking svelte. Why thank you. I do try not to exercise or eat healthy, and it's nice to be appreciated. It's nice that so many douchebags can comment just to remind me I'm fat. I might have forgotten. Then another new commenter, ClearNet, commented, Your awesome thumbnail gave me no choice but to click. Well, good. Hopefully this one had the same impact. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, I tried it first. I did. Me, Mr. J. I pity the goon who don't actually Temple 7-Up. I do. Okay, congratulations. You tried it before I did. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, Advice is from Reno report that James Y. Martinez moved to California where he changed his name and took work on a fruit ranch. Josh Bestie Skurlock is reported to have left the West for the East, taking with him a rubber bride, a collection of DVDs, and 14 cases of beer. Ashley went on to see both her husband Davey and John Tunstall's dreams to fruition by becoming one of the most prominent reviewers of all time. Governor Whippleblower was forced to resign by President Donald J. Trump, and both the McBurger Barn faction and the Santa Claus ring collapsed. Davey C., also known as Davey is Awesome, continued to review, never leaving Reno. He was caught in the local quickie mart by the evil Timothy Zane and KO'd. Sources report that he was unarmed and shot in the dark. He was buried with Ken Lindsay at Old Fort Nickelback. Advisors report that sometime later, an unidentified person snuck into the graveyard and chiseled an inscription on the epitaph read only one word. Awesome. Okay, so you were drinking a Shirley Temple and watching Young Guns. Okay. Then the final comment, Jay McCool commented, I tried this stuff a while ago. It's delicious. I wasn't able to try it a while ago. In my area, it just finally got out here at one store that we know of. And I think it's already gone. You know why the ketchup is red? It saw the salad dressing. So there you have it. That's Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post the videos. And leave a comment I can respond to in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.